Greetings fellow captains, and welcome back to another episode of World of Warships with the Hive Hound. And this video is a bit late, quite a bit late. I don't even know if the campaign's still going on, but with the Firepower Deluxe version, rank battles, crossplay, all the other interesting and innovative, all the interesting new stuff that we've been inundated with, that's the word I was looking for, over the past week or so, has left me to neglect the Atago. I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna go with Atago. I like that. That's how I've been pronouncing it the whole time. If I'm wrong, well, tough. That's about the basis of it. I'm going to apologise a little for the lack of uploads. I'm in the process. When this video goes out, I'll be in the process. I'll be in my new house, but I'm going to be without the internet for a week and a half. So I'm painstakingly slaving away over the weekend. Whereas I usually do, I'll do 2 or 3 sort of videos over the course of the week. This is my third video so far today, and it's by no means going to be the last. Trying to make sure that I've got enough content, so you guys don't forget who I am when I disappear for about a week and a half. So let's get into it. Obviously, a very long, very arduous campaign. We completed it without having to spend any doubloons, just the 2,500 to get the Admiralty back in, and yeah. So let's get into it. Let's have a bit of a talk about the Atago. Now, first thing, probably most noticeably, as you can see, we've got our repair party, we've got a sonar, we've got a plane, and we've got a heal. Not many cruisers actually have the heal function, so it's nice to have. It gives you a bit of flexibility. If you're going to go one-on-one with another cruiser, and you think, yeah, I can take him, but I'm going to take a salvo or two. You can afford to take that risk, because you can heal yourself afterwards. So that's a particularly interesting point to note about the Atago. That gives it that little bit more flexibility than we're used to, particularly with the other Japanese cruisers, as none of them have heals. I know the Boise has a heal as a cruiser. Does the Craftsby? The Craftsby might have a heal. Let me know. Pop in the comments below if you can think of any other cruisers besides the Atago or Boise that have a heal. But there's a lot of ships. There's over 100 ships. I'm not going to remember all the details about every single one every single time. First thing to note about the Atago is, as we've come to expect from the Japanese cruisers, it has got some really nice, really long-range torpedoes, fantastic high explosive ammo. We've been setting quite a lot of fires so far in this match, but it does have very sluggish guns. I've got the aiming mod 1 on, that will increase turret rotation speed on there. I don't know, I'll be honest with you. It's been a little while. It's been a busy week. I don't know if I've got any turret rotation speed skills on my captain. I assume I have, but yeah, you can see as we're sort of coming around this corner and waiting for our guns to catch up with our aiming reticle. They're slow. You do need to be thinking one step ahead. I know I've seen lots of posts, people saying this ship sucks. And well, yeah, if you're not thinking ahead, then yeah, it's gonna suck. The time it takes for you to either have to turn your ship to assist the gun turrets coming round to get shots off, if you're not thinking about what you're going to be shooting at next. And if you sort of caught, you can't get caught out if you're caught out and outflanked and your guns are pointing the other way. Besides your torpedoes, there's nothing you can do about it. It's going to take you. You're just going to have to grin and bear it. So as you can see, we're looking at the other Atago there, and you know, we were aiming. We had our aiming reticle there. We started turning in preparation to fire. He just got an absolute paddling off one of our friendly teammates as we rain down and get more fires. More fires. You'll see there's a lot of fire damage going on. We will fire some armor piercing. The armor piercing is pretty effective on this ship, but the high explosives specifically for long range engagements and agitating and aggravating the enemy battleships is up there with the best of them. We've as you can see, we've already caused quite a significant amount of fires. Now the Atago is, it's not super agile, but it's definitely no slouch. It's quite a long ship, and anyone knows anything about ship design, to create a fast ship, you have a long, narrow hull if you're looking for speed. If you want agility, as in turning, you want a shorter, fatter hull. So although the Atago is designed for speed, and as you can see as we're clocking up the knots there, it is a very, very fast ship, but it's still reasonably agile for its design. It's almost more agile than it should be, than you'd expect it to be, with the type of long, slender hull design that it has. And as you can see, we're always looking like, what can we shoot at next? Where are we going to get the angles from? What's this Tirpitz doing? Are those guns spinning round to aim at me? And this is the sort of problem. So to get all my guns off and to get them off faster, I had to turn and had to show not a full broadside, not a flat broadside, but quite a lot. We know the Tirpitz is generally, depending on, it doesn't even matter, depending on the commander setup, it is inaccurate. So that gives us a little bit of freedom and a little bit of flexibility as we take our first bit of damage the entire match from the enemy Atago, and you can see his torpedoes flying up there. So we switch to armor piercing for the first time, and it doesn't matter because the Atago's killed. So this was actually my second match in this ship. The first match we were pretty successful. We had 88,000 damage, and this match we might just exceed that ever so slightly, as we're looking to set some more fires on that Tirpitz as we finish off capping the flag. That's another thing you just seen there. Usually, particularly in the higher tier Japanese cruisers, the torpedo firing arc is very much rearward. You can't, the firing arc is very limited. You have to be almost kiting away, or at least in the end of a turn, to get your torpedoes away. But the Atago does have a fairly substantial, and even obviously not fully forward, but almost as good a firing arc as most of the Japanese destroyers, which is nice to see. It gives you that option, and I'm guessing it could catch some people out, particularly if they've not come across the Atago in many battles. Atago, I don't even know at this point. We'll just go with it. Whatever I call it, that's what it is. We start calling it Dave next. As you can see, we still not actually used one of our heals. I'm looking at the moment. It's like, yeah, I can heal that, but is it worth it? the Tirpitz has put that fire out, and we continue our harassment campaign, knocking out his torpedo tubes, which is quite lucky because it looks like he might have been, we're definitely in range. You know, I would have been thinking, oh crap, we took some hits then, and this is, so maybe we should have used that heal a little bit earlier, eh? But I would have definitely been looking to fire my torpedoes off if I was that Tirpitz just then. And there we go, 89,000 damage. We beat our first match in the Atago already, as the Tirpitz continues his harassment campaign on us and does cause us some significant damage. We're down to 8,500, and this is where I think, right, okay, this isn't going too well. Let's start kiting away. We're getting too close. He's getting accurate, and it's starting to build up. If we can get away, we can survive for another minute without taking too much damage. We can at least heal some of that back. And because we're getting the range now, he fires a salvo, and they miss by a country mile. He got more chances of taking out the other Atago that's currently playing on Two Brothers, unfortunately. So our fires, we've been setting a lot of fires in this guy, and I don't know if it's me, but they do seem to be going out a bit too quickly. He's obviously set up his commander to reduce the chance of catching fire and to speed up the damage control, so reducing the amount of time fires burn for on his ship. As we set another one again, like some sadistic pyromaniac over here, and we're up to, that's 111,000 damage as this Tirpitz continues to burn. At this point, I was thinking, well, do I want to start turning and looking for other targets? He's gonna die, and he did, but not from our fires. Our teammate picked up the kill from our harassment campaign on that poor Tirpitz. I actually felt bad for him. He's pretty much spent the last 3 minutes of his life perpetually burning. He put his spotter plane up, not that that's particularly going to help his team at this point. So we're looking for our next victim, and I believe we found him. We're not going to fire immediately. We're going to wait and see what he does, make sure, sort of judge his speed, make sure he's not changing course. As you can see, we realised, yeah, he's slowing down. So don't want to just expose ourselves on 13,000 hit points to a 3/4 health Atago. He's probably high 20s, if not low 30,000 hit points, and more than double us. So we want to be a little bit selective with how we engage him at this point. So we're pushing in. We're trying to keep some cover between us. We don't want to get sort of rocked and knocked out when we're having a particularly good game. 115,000 damage done so far. Right, whilst he's trying to cap that base. Right, where is he? Right, there he goes. He fired. Right, this is where we think, all right, we'll fire them off quickly. He's given us broadside there. Let's switch to the armor piercing. A nice HE salvo there. We see his torpedoes coming in and successfully dodge them. He fires more high explosives at us. We get our armor piercing out. Our first armor piercing salvo does pretty much nothing, but it's new. I want to know what it can do. Can it Citadel a reasonably well angled cruiser? No, not that time anyway. And no Citadels, but we do pick up the kill, and we do get our damage up to 129. So, well, albeit 130,000. And we have a quick look. They've got 2 battleships left, but Unfortunately, we don't make it that far. That's the end of the match. So, I hope you enjoyed my quick review on the Atago. I'll probably do another one in the future and delve a bit more into the detail of the guns. But like I said, I'm moving. I'm stressing and trying to get some content out to keep you all amused whilst I'm away for a couple of weeks. So, thanks very much for sticking with us, and until next time, take care.